evening to everyone. First of all, thank you for taking your time out and joining us for this webinar today. Today's webinar topic is Wi-Fi 6 Enterprise Solutions, and I'm Sanjeev. I am from WCG Wireless Consulting Group. With me, I have Srikanth on the panel. He's also part of WCG. So during this session, if you come across any query, you can use the chat function to post your query, and we'll try to address during the session or end of the session. You can also email us your queries or share your requirements. I'll be sharing the email IDs later at the end of the session. So agenda for today's webinar session, for next about 45 to 50 minutes, we'll discuss about today's technology trends and what these technology trends mean for Wi-Fi and what is the role of Wi-Fi today. Then we'll discuss what are the challenges with the traditional Wi-Fi, why customers need to consider upgrading to Wi-Fi 6 or consider Wi-Fi 6 for the greenfield any new deployments. And when we talk about the deployment, how wireless deployment models have changed today and what solutions D-Link offers to support these new deployment models. And the last, the advantage which D-Link offers to our partners. So let's get started. If you look at the first technology trend, which is increasing cloud applications. So there's an increasing use of cloud-hosted or SaaS-based applications. Today, many enterprises have actually moved from traditional on-premise IT infrastructure model to cloud-hosted or SaaS applications. Today, basically, we use cloud-hosted applications for email communication, the customer engagement, ERP, then to store the documents, financial application, collaborative tools for meetings, trainings, webinars. The advantage of cloud is anywhere, anytime access. While the applications are actually moved to the cloud, we still need a networks for a user connectivity and for the data forwarding. So many of these cloud applications are mostly accessed from the mobile devices like laptops or smartphones, and laptops and smartphones connect to network over wireless. So users also expect anywhere, anytime access to these applications in the campus. Users like to move around in the campus without losing access to these applications. So actually, it has increased the importance of wireless network in the campus. And if you look at the second trend, which is the increasing use of IoT portfolio, IoT basically helps to create a smart, safe, and healthy environment. At the same time, helps to save a lot of cost on energy. If you talk about the IoT solution components, it consists of different type of sensors, connectivity. There's a cloud, analytics, and other applications. So as far as the connectivity is concerned, there are many options. Like we have, as you can see here, we have a Bluetooth, Zigbee, LoRa. Then there's a cellular. Then there's a traditional Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi was not a primary choice for the IoT a few years ago, as it was not a battery-friendly solution. But things are changing because of the advancement in the new Wi-Fi standard, and Wi-Fi is almost everywhere. And Wi-Fi uses the existing network infrastructure, existing cabling, existing PoE switches, and Wi-Fi is very fast and easy to deploy also. So, and it simplifies the overall connectivity for the IoT devices. So today, many IoT devices have started supporting the traditional Wi-Fi because of the lower cost and the low power consumption. So moving forward, we'll see a lot of IoTs supporting the traditional 2.4 gigahertz, the 5 gigahertz. So the IoT is also in a way increasing the importance of wireless. And one thing we have seen in last 2 years is increased dependence on the collaborative tools and video communication platform like Zoom, the Google Meet, Teams, and we think that these applications, these collaborative tools they are here to stay, because one is we have a hybrid work culture, mix of what we had before COVID and what we are dealing right now, and we are still conducting many of our meetings, training via these collaborative platforms. So similar to cloud applications, even the collaborative tools are mostly accessed from the laptops, smartphones, and which connect to network basically via over wireless. So all these collaborative tools are if you talk about these collaborative tools, they're actually very high bandwidth application. They require very low latency networks to avoid any kind of audio or video loss. So even these applications have also increased the importance of wireless today. So whether it's a digital transformation where organization use many new technologies to improve their product services, whether it's a cloud application, whether it's IoT or the collaborative tools, they're all network centric. They require a stable, reliable network infrastructure because it is a network which connects people, devices, application, then processes. It's a network which enables the data sharing and use that data to make a data-driven decisions. So today, all these technology trends and applications have increased the importance of network. So today, if you talk about the role of a network has changed from being an enabler to be the foundation on which today organizations run. And when we talk about the network foundation, today we can say that today wireless is at the core. As most of the applications which we discussed in the previous slide, they are all accessed from the laptops, smartphones, and they connect to network over wireless. So today wireless has evolved from like nice to have to must have. It has become the primary means of connectivity for many organizations. So today the good Wi-Fi has become an essential part of doing business. When we say good Wi-Fi, it is not just about the coverage or just simply upgrading from a previous standard to a new standard. Good Wi-Fi means it should have certain characteristics like it should support the high user density, the best of the security, the latest security, wide range of applications, very low latency, then high quality of service. And more importantly, it should support the real-time applications like voice and video. If you talk about the existing wireless network which are deployed, say, few years back, those wireless networks are basically designed to support only the data application or a normal browsing. But some of the cloud application, the collaborative platforms used today are really high bandwidth application. They require a lot of network bandwidth. The users expect a very low latency network connections so that there is no jitter or loss in the video or audio. So on one side, we can see that applications are demanding for the high bandwidth. On the other side, we can see that number of users are increasing, number of devices are increasing. So if you talk about the like older access point, those were designed for the very limited user or devices capacity. Even in we can say even in the recently deployed access points also, if like customer wants to enable the higher channel bandwidth like 160 megahertz, 80 megahertz, it was not possible due to the limitation because there was no proper mechanism to handle the interference in the previous wireless standards, and security was also a concern in the previous standard, which is actually vulnerable to the offline dictionary attacks. So this can be a challenge for many customers because as today the wireless has become the primary means of network connectivity. So this is where the Wi-Fi 6 comes into picture. Let's discuss what is Wi-Fi 6 and what makes it better compared to the previous standards. So Wi-Fi 6 is also known as the IEEE 802.11ax. It's the latest standard of the family. Until recently, the Wi-Fi standards, actually Wi-Fi generation we knew by the IEEE standard, like IEEE 802.11a and 11ac. So now what Wi-Fi Alliance has done is they have introduced a simplified naming to make the Wi-Fi generation easier to understand for a common man. And if you look at Wi-Fi 6, it is not just a one more new standard with simple improvement in the speed. It's very, very significant upgrade. It's a whole new technology, we can say, compared to the previous standards. In coming slide, we will discuss about the Wi-Fi 6 key features, what makes it a significant upgrade. Here we can see on the right side, here we can see some basic comparison with the previous standard. If you look at the basic comparison, Wi-Fi 6 supports maximum theoretical speed of 9.6 Gbps, which is almost 40% increase in the speed compared to the 802.11ac, which is Wi-Fi 5. Wi-Fi 5's maximum theoretical speed was 6.9 Gbps with 8 special streams and 160 megahertz support. However, this 8 special stream and 160 megahertz was not widely adopted in Wi-Fi 5. The high-end Wi-Fi 5 access points available in the market supports around 1.73 Gbps. And Wi-Fi 5 as you can see here, it operates only in 5 gigahertz range. So the last update to Wi-Fi 5, the last upgrade to 5 gigahertz with 11 AC, the wave 1, that was in 2014, and 11 AC wave 2, that was in 2016, which is almost 6 to 7 years ago. And the last update to 2.4 gigahertz, it was in that was with 11N, that is Wi-Fi 4, that was in 2008 2009, which is almost 14 years back. But whereas Wi-Fi 6 upgrades and operates in both 2.4 gigahertz as well as the 5 gigahertz ranges. This is one of the reasons why it's a very why this Wi-Fi 6 is a very significant upgrade. And as you can see, these tables, if you compare the nominal data rate improvement, Wi-Fi 6 supports almost double the bandwidth of Wi-Fi 4 in 2.4 gigahertz, and nearly 40% increase over Wi-Fi 5 and 5 gigahertz. So there is one more new standard, which is Wi-Fi 6E, which actually extends the Wi-Fi to 6 gigahertz in addition to 2.4 and 5 gigahertz. But 6 gigahertz is currently not delicensed in India. So currently it is not available for the commercial Wi-Fi deployments. So when you talk about the wireless experience, okay, so it majorly depends on the speed, coverage, and the latency. So common user always think that the Wi-Fi experience depends on the signal strength. So if the signal strength is better, then the performance should be better. But the user might connect to the wireless network whose signal strength is excellent, but still may not get the performance, as the Wi-Fi network to which the user is connected might be supporting the older standard. So in order to address this, Wi-Fi Alliance has introduced the user interface visuals, UI visuals, to basically identify the wireless standard of a network to which the user wants to connect. So this generation naming, one is the generation naming, second one is the user interface visuals. These are basically intended to be used widely throughout the Wi-Fi ecosystem. It is not just the Wi-Fi access point or a router. It can be used, I mean, it will be used even in the smartphones, tablets, laptops, and other devices which have the Wi-Fi capability. And as you can see here, this support is already added in the latest Android 13. I'm not sure about the iOS. So whenever we search for a wireless network, it shows even the Wi-Fi standard along with the SSID. This will help common user to easily identify the network capability of the product, the wireless network connections, similar to our mobile network connections like 3G, 4G, LTE, or 5G, which is displayed on the smartphone. So basically, this will help a common user to differentiate and easily identify the wireless standard. And this will also increase the adoption of the latest Wi-Fi technology, which actually provides the better user experience. So far, we discussed about the standard, the Wi-Fi 6 standard, the basic theoretical data rate comparison with the previous Wi-Fi 5 and Wi-Fi 4 standard, then the generational naming and the user interface visuals. Now, as we discussed, Wi-Fi 6 is not just about the speed. There are many more advancements compared to the previous generation. Wi-Fi 6 basically achieves these advancements with 6 primary features. One is the multi-user MIMO, then the more spatial streams on both the 2.4 gigahertz as well as the 5 gigahertz spectrum, then the OFDMA, then we have a BSS coloring, 1024 QoM, then the target wait time. Let's quickly discuss these key features one by one. So multi-user MIMO technology basically allows access point to serve multiple clients simultaneously. Multi-MU MIMO, multi-user MIMO feature was first introduced in 11AC Wave 2, but it supported only on the downlink side. So there are three main differences between the Wi-Fi 5 multi-user MIMO and Wi-Fi 6 multi-user MIMO. If you talk about the Wi-Fi 5 multi-user MIMO, it supports up to maximum up to 4 clients. Though 11N and 11AC theoretically supported up to 8 x 8 architecture, but we never saw any product or chipset adopting that. But whereas Wi-Fi 6 is designed to support up to 8 clients. So today, can say Wi-Fi technologies have improved, and 8 x 8 functionality can be fully commercially supported in the high-end 11x access points. And then if you talk about the second difference, Wi-Fi 5 supports multi-user MIMO only on the download, But whereas the Wi-Fi 6 supports multi-user MIMO on both downlink as well as the uplink, the bidirectional transmission. Then the third difference, Wi-Fi 5 supports only 5 gigahertz. So multi-user MIMO is supported only on 5 gigahertz. But whereas Wi-Fi 6 is supported on both 2.4 gigahertz as well as the 5 gigahertz. And even the multi-user MIMO is also supported on both. So how this will actually help in a real time? In last few years, actually, we have seen that there is a surge in the uplink data demand. There's a trend towards the uplink data consumption. Okay, we do a lot of the upload activity. We frequently upload huge or work-related documents, project-related documents, videos on social media sites. Then IoT devices sending, uploading the data to the cloud. And there's an increasing use of cloud application, video conferencing, collaborative tools. So basically, this bidirectional multi-user MIMO will support better download as well as the upload. So this uplink multi-user MIMO will help the devices, the laptops, mobile phones to upload the data content simultaneously to the access point. So Wi-Fi 6 multi-user MIMO will support faster upload, smoother the 4K video streaming, video conferencing. It will also help to reduce the latency for video conferencing and other collaborative tools. This will also increase the capacity to handle more users and more devices simultaneously. So the second key feature is OFDMA. The previous Wi-Fi standard supported OFDM, which supports only single user data communication at a time. But whereas Wi-Fi 6 supports OFDMA, this technology is used in 4G LTE. Now this feature is introduced in Wi-Fi 6. So how this OFDMA works is it divides the channel into a smaller sub-channels and enables actually multiple simultaneous transmission for multiple users at the same time. A single transmission from access point can communicate with multiple devices. So basically, this will dynamically allocate a portion of total bandwidth which is available from the AP to the clients. So if I have to give an analogy, as you can see in this video, the left side image is OFDM. Okay, here goods are delivered by order. One entire vehicle is sent for delivery of one order, even if that order is very small item, or you can say small data packet. In this case, vehicle is mostly empty and the resources are wasted. Whereas OFDMA, each truck can carry and at the same time deliver multiple parcels or multiple data packets to multiple devices simultaneously, that in a single trip. So this basically increases the efficiency, reduces the latency in the high density environment. This is also ideal for the like we have a mixed environment where there are user devices as well as there are low bandwidth devices like the IoT, where hundreds of IoT devices and user connect to a single access point. So in previous slide, we discussed about the multi-user MIMO, where the access point serves to multiple clients simultaneously. And this is the OFDMA. And Wi-Fi 6 supports the combined use of both the multi-user MIMO as well as the OFDMA. Which basically these two features can complement each other, and it can greatly improve the efficiency, latency, especially in the very high density environments. Another new feature is BSS coloring. So in a high density campus environment where there are say tens to hundreds to thousands of access points, there can be a co-channel interference, overlapping data transmission issues. So for good wireless performance, for a good and stable wireless performance, it is very important to minimize the impact of interference, because interference can reduce the wireless performance by almost 50%. So to minimize this impact, we have to carefully plan access point, channel, power, then placement, the high density environment. And it is not just a, you can say, one-time activity, because the spectrum analysis need to be carried out regularly and the required changes need to be made from time to time. So basically to minimize the interference, okay, which is actually a time-consuming activity. So to address this concern, the Wi-Fi 6 offers the BSS coloring. The BSS coloring basically improves the performance, especially in the high-density environment. So in BSS coloring, each access point, okay, as you can see here, each access point uses a unique color. It's a 6-bit identifier, okay, for a packet to differentiate between the access points which are using the same channel. So if an access point is using green color identifier, it receives, and if it receives say packet of red color, then it will reject to avoid the conflict. So though we have 80 megahertz, 160 megahertz, wider channel support in the access point, but we couldn't use them in the high density environment because of very few non-overlapping channels. Now with the BSS coloring, we can use even the wider channels efficiently in the high density environment. Then Wi-Fi 6 supports 1024 QAM. QAM is basically the modulation technique which converts the digital signal 0, 1 to radio waves. Wi-Fi 5 supports 256 QAM, which supports 8-bit transmission, whereas Wi-Fi 6 supports 1024 QAM, which supports a 10-bit transmission, which is almost 25% increase. So 1024 QAM increases the wireless throughput for the high bandwidth intensive applications by encoding more data in the same amount of spectrum. Then the next feature is the target wake time. Basically, this feature will help to increase the battery life on some of the devices. Here, API and client basically negotiate and define a specific time for the data transfer. So that one is there's no overlapping between the users. Second thing is client devices need not keep antenna powered on all the time to insert of signal or the data transmission. They can turn on antenna and transfer the data at the negotiated time, which actually improves the battery life. And this feature is actually more useful for the IoT sensors, which actually transmits data once in a while. So Wi-Fi 6 actually also means the better security, because 3 years back Wi-Fi got the biggest security update, which is WPA3, which is a new security standard, new security protocol. Previously, WPA2 based security had some loopholes. It was vulnerable to some offline dictionary attack, which hackers used to hack wireless network. Now we have new WPA3 security standard for personal as well as the enterprise wireless network. WPA3 provides actually better security using the latest security algorithm, stronger cipher suits. WPA3 has two parts. One is WPA3 personal as well as WPA3 enterprise, similar to WPA2. WPA3 personal supports SAE instead of PSK. Okay, and WPA3 enterprise support 192-bit mode with the AES 256 encryption. There is one more new standard, which is the Wi-Fi enhanced open. This is basically for the public network. It doesn't provide any authentication, but it provides encryption and privacy even in the open wireless network, such as hotspots. It could be cafe, hotels, and the airports. Actually, Wi-Fi Alliance has made WPA3 support mandatory for Wi-Fi 6 product certifications. So far we discussed about the Wi-Fi 6 and key features, key technologies. Let's discuss about the D-Link wireless LAN solution. Before we discuss about the D-Link wireless solutions, so let's look at how IT infrastructure models, deployment models have changed today. Initially, during the technology trend discussions, we discussed how cloud computing, cloud hosted or SaaS applications have become popular, and it's increasing. So it has actually changed the way how today IT infrastructures are deployed. Today we can say that we have a mixed set of customers, and if you talk about the today's IT infrastructure model, they can be categorized as like on-premise, private virtual cloud, and the public cloud based on the type of management it supports. This is also changing the way how wired and wireless infrastructure are deployed and managed today. If we talk about today's wireless solution, it's full of technology jargons. We discussed about the new standard. Every new standard brings in a lot of new features, new technologies. There's a new applications and new use cases. There are new users, new devices, and there are new deployment models. And with that, we have a new ways of authenticating the users also. So today, there are a number of factors which actually determines which is the right wireless solution for any organizations. So if we talk about the wireless LAN solution in line with the IT infrastructure models, today even the wireless LAN infrastructure models are also categorized as on-premise, private cloud, as well as the public cloud. On-premise model, it's a traditional way of managing the wireless network, wherein both access point and controller, that is the management platform, are deployed on-premise or on-site and managed by the in-house IT team. And if we talk about the private cloud solution, now customer who have say multiple campuses or branch offices who wants to deploy access point in multiple locations, and wants to deploy a controller in the data center or a virtual server on the cloud for the centralized management. Virtual cloud, you can say it serves one particular organization. Again, here the infrastructure is again managed by the in-house IT team. If we talk about the public cloud solution, they are mostly offered as a service, software as a service, controller as a service. So customer need to buy only the hardware and the cloud subscription. The controller is offered as a service. Here the backend infrastructure is managed by the service provider OEM. In our case, it's D-Link. So now coming to D-Link solutions. D-Link's wireless LAN solutions are basically designed to support multiple deployment models in line with the customer's IT infrastructure models. One is the Nucleus Connect solution, which is an on-premise or a private cloud management solution. The second one is the Nucleus Cloud solution, which is a 100% cloud-based management solution. If you talk about Nucleus Connect solution, which is a centralized network management solution, which is designed for on-premise management for a single campus or private cloud-based management for the multiple campuses or the multiple branch offices. So Nucleus Connect is basically a license-free management solution. Here, a customer has to pay only for the access point hardware, which is again a one-time purchase. There is no separate licensing required for the access point, and the software is also absolutely free. Nucleus Connect basically offers 3 different management options. One is the very cost-effective and compact Nucleus Connect Hub, that is DNH 100, and then there is a software version, which is a DNC 100. Then there is a mobile app which supports individual or multiple AP management without using the laptop or the desktop. So the best part is even the Nucleus Connect appliance or a software, there is no separate per AP license is required. Customer need to pay only for the DNH 100 appliance, and it will support 100 AP management from day one. And software is freely downloadable, and it supports license-free management up to 1,500 access points. So in addition to we have a D-Link access point, DAP series access points, which are compatible with this Nucleus Connect solutions. In addition to DAP series, even DGS 1210 series or popular access switch, which can also be managed from this Nucleus Connect platform. So we'll be adding a few more switches to this Nucleus Connect platform which is in the roadmap. Then it supports browser-based management. So Nucleus Connect appliance or software can be accessed from a remote location for configuration and monitoring purpose. It also supports a mobile app-based management, which can be downloaded from App Store or the Google Play Store. And it supports different wireless client authentication options for different use cases, different scenarios, which we'll be discussing in the coming slides. We have a pre-shared key, WPA3 security, then there is an internal captive portal, voucher-based authentication, okay, which we'll be discussing in the coming slide. So this is a Nucleus Connect solution portfolio. Nucleus Connect solution offers DAP series access points and DGS 1210 series switches. We will be adding few more series of switches in the near future, and these devices can be actually managed individually also, and when it is deployed as a standalone solution. Even in the standalone mode also, it supports full configuration. Nucleus Connect offers different management options for different network sizes and the different deployment models. One is the DNH 100 Nucleus Connect appliance preloaded with the Nucleus Connect software, then the DNC 100 software, mobile app. Then Nucleus Connect also offers Nucleus Connect portal, which offers a single sign-on and management of multiple Nucleus Connect instances, which we'll be discussing in the coming slide. So if you look at the Nucleus Connect Wi-Fi 6 access points, currently there are 2 models, DAP X2810, which is a 2x2 model, which offers 600 Mbps on 2.4 GHz and 1.2 Gbps on 5 GHz. So total aggregated throughput of 1.8 Gbps. Similarly, there's one more DAP X2850, which is a 4x4 model, which offers 1.2 Gbps on 2.4 GHz and 2.4 Gbps on 5 GHz. So total aggregated throughput of 3.6 Gbps. So as we discussed earlier, Wi-Fi 6 standard supports and it can operate on both 2.4 GHz as well as the 5 GHz spectrum. Both DAP-X 2810 as well as DAP-X 2850 supports Wi-Fi 6 on both 2.4 GHz as well as the 5 GHz, because there are some models available in the market which partially support Wi-Fi 6 on only on the 5 GHz. This is usually done to keep the cost down. In case of dealing, both these models support Wi-Fi 6 on both 2.4 GHz as well as the 5 GHz. And DAP-X 2810 can be suggested for a low to medium density areas, like it could be like work area or reception, meeting rooms. It could be like branch offices. And DAP-X 2850 can be suggested for the high density areas. It could be like large work areas in the reception, meeting rooms, auditorium, training rooms, conference halls, even like scenarios like malls and event areas. This DAP-X 2850, which is actually we discussed about the low density area and the high density area. Now, even the access point requires actually a wired port and the cabling for the backhaul connectivity to the network, right? So DAP-X 2850, which is a very high density 4x4 model, this actually comes with a 2.5G multi-gigabit port for the backhaul connectivity, so that there is no bottleneck on the wired port side. So in D-Link, we offer a multi-gigabit access, which is in the different port configuration 8 and 24, which can be offered with these access points to provide a wire speed bottleneck-free performance. So both the DAP-X 2810 and DAP-X 2850 are officially Wi-Fi 6 certified. In order to get this certification and use Wi-Fi 6 certified logo, basically the access point need to go through the testing process. Only when it meets all the standard requirement, pass the test process, then only the product is officially certified, and we can use the Wi-Fi 6 certified logo. And this certificate can be verified and downloaded from wifi.org. These products are certified for Wi-Fi 6 interoperability, WPA3 security, and there's some of the key features which we discussed earlier in the initial slide. So these access points are actually certified for the WMM, for quality of service, then the Wi-Fi Agile multiband. Basically, all this certification ensures that the access point has all the intelligent functionalities for a better, can say, spectrum management, resource management, and there is also it supports 802.11k VR functionalities for the standard-based roaming functionalities. So the advantage, the benefit of offering Wi-Fi 6 certified access point is access point will definitely provide the good user experience, better performance, as well as the latest security, and there won't be any interoperability issues. So apart from the Wi-Fi 6, this is the overall Nucleus Connect access point portfolio. In addition to two Wi-Fi 6 models, Nucleus Connect AP portfolio, we have like 2x2, 3x3, 4x4 Wi-Fi 5 ceiling mount APs, 2x2 in-wall APs, and the outdoor APs. These are our very popular models, and stocks are also like readily available. So for any of your immediate or future project requirements, you can actually get in touch with the regional sales or the pre-sales team. So this is overall Connect management portfolio. So one is the mobile app for the individual AP configuration or the multiple AP management, which can be downloaded from the App Store, Play Store. Then the DNH 100, which is an appliance, which is preloaded with the Nucleus Connect software, and it supports up to 100 AP management. Again, there is no separate AP licenses required here. Then the DNC 100, which is a freely downloadable software. It can manage up to 1,500 access points. 1,500 devices. It can manage only access point. It can manage access point as well as the 1210 series switches. And DNC 100, it supports both the Windows as well as the Linux platform. And then the last is the Nucleus Connect portal, basically to monitor multiple DNH or the DNC instances which are deployed in the multi-site environments. So we discussed about the Nucleus Connect solution overview. Let's quickly discuss what type of deployment architecture it supports and how it ensures the data security, the wireless network security, then what configuration management, like performance optimization features are available to ensure the stability of the wireless network. And the last is the monitoring and the reporting. So if you look at the deployment architecture, this is basically a single campus deployment architecture with on-premise management. Here scenario can be a single building with single floor, or a building with multiple floors, or even it could be multiple buildings with multiple floors in a single campus. So if it's a small campus, typically there will be a few to hundreds of access points deployed. And if, let's say, if it's a large campus, there will be more than hundreds of access points deployed. So here the switching architecture can be like layer 2 or layer 3 architecture. Switching is shown as single, just for the representation, as the focus on the wireless. So if you talk about the wireless solution components which are going to be deployed in the single campus, one is the access point. We can have a DAP series Wi-Fi 6 access points deployed in the different building, different floors, each connected to the nearest PoE access switches. And for the centralized management for small campus, up to 100 APs, we can offer DNH 100 Nucleus Connect appliance. And if like customer has a spare PC or a server to, then we can even offer a free DNC software. For a large campus where there are more than hundreds of APs, a DNC software can be recommended, which can be installed on a locally on a PC or on a server, which can manage and monitor all the 100+ access points on a single dashboard. So this single campus on-premise management solution can be offered to SMB customer, SME, enterprise campuses, education campuses, then to be healthcare campus, government, and the hospitality campus. Here we have many deployments on this Wi-Fi 6 Nucleus Connect access point, which ranges from 600, 800 to thousands of access points. So now let's say enterprise or education customer who has a 2 or 3 or more campuses in the same city, or it could be even in different cities. Let's say campus A is in Bangalore and campus B is in Delhi and campus C is in, say, Mumbai. And there are hundred of access points in each campus, total 300 access points. In such requirements also, we can offer Nucleus Connect centralized management solution. This solution also we can call it as an on-premise management solution, because the management platform is still deployed at the customer site and managed by the in-house IT team. So to deploy this, we need a basic WAN connectivity. It could be like less than VPN or even the simple broadband connection. A customer can use even the cost-effective broadband internet connection to manage these access points. For such deployment, actually static public IP is required only for the campus A, that is on the central location where the Nucleus Connect management platform is going to be deployed. Whereas campus B and campus C need not have the static public IP. Basic broadband connection is fine at the remote locations. To deploy Nucleus Connect software in campus A, we can make use of existing PC server and configure the port forwarding in a firewall or a router on which the static IP is configured. The Nucleus Connect software can run in campus A, and all the access points which are deployed in campus A, campus B, and campus C can be managed from the campus A. So as you can see, a Nucleus Connect solution, it supports a local internet record. That means user data will stay locally, or it will go to the internet directly via local internet service provider. The user data doesn't come to Nucleus Connect, because it's only the management data which comes to the Nucleus Connect software. So customer need not worry about the data privacy. And this architecture will be same even if there are, say, let's say there are 10 campuses. So with this architecture, we can manage up to 1,500 access point with one software instance. So we discussed about the on-premise management solution for single and multiple campuses. Now, if you talk about the private cloud-based wireless management solution, let's say an enterprise customer or education institute having multiple branch offices across India. It could be not only enterprise or education, it could be even healthcare, hospitality customer, cafe, or retail, having multiple chains, outlets across the city or the state, who wants to deploy wireless in multiple locations and manage it from the central location. For such requirements, we can offer Nucleus Connect centralized management solution. For such requirements, the architecture will be as shown here. In the central location, the software can be hosted in customer's own data center at the head office. which is reachable via internet or a lease line or a VPN, or any third-party data centers. It can or it can be hosted on a virtual server on a cloud, like it could be Amazon AWS, Microsoft Azure, or Google Cloud Platform. So to manage over internet, the server should be reachable over the public IP. Okay. On the brand side, on the remote location side, on the brand side, remote location side, the access points will be deployed. There, we need only the basic broadband internet. Public IP is not required for the branch or remote locations. And as a one-time configuration, we need to download the profile from the controller and push it to the access point. And that can be done even from using the mobile app. So that was about the Nucleus Connect, a private cloud management solution. And there are some scenarios. Let's say there are multiple branch offices, and each office is having, say, 40 to 50 or more access points. Such scenarios we can offer, like say DNH 100 in every branch for a local management of those 40 to 50 access points. Then we can enable single sign-on on all DNH or the DNC. So what happens is they will automatically register on Nucleus Connect portal under the customer account. So then we can use the Nucleus Connect portal to monitor multiple DNH or a DNC deployed to multiple branch offices. So as the Nucleus Connect portal, this supports a single sign-on. But only thing is, if you want to manage those devices, only monitoring is possible. But if you want to manage those devices, then the public IP is required for the individual DNH. So Nucleus Connect solution supports data privacy. User data remains private. Actually, user data doesn't come to the Nucleus Connect. User data stays on the premise. Okay, and all the communication between the Nucleus Connect management and the APs are end-to-end encrypted. And if you talk about the user authentication, wireless security, Nucleus Connect supports all the standard user authentication. It supports WPA2, WPA3, personal, enterprise. Then it supports latest WPA3 enterprise 192-bit mode security with a 256-bit encryption, which is the highest level of wireless security for deployments in enterprise or the government. This, of course, again, this support for WPA3 enterprise 192-bit mode, that depends on the access point model, and D-Link both Wi-Fi 6 model supports the WPA3 192-bit mode security. So the standard wireless security features which we discussed in the previous slide can be like suggested to certain customer for a certain deployment scenario. Every customer segment, they have a preferred way of authenticating the users. So we need to consider and offer a suitable authentication solution for every customer segment. There are some features which are built into the Nucleus Connect, like MAC, IP-based access control, captive portal, username, password, voucher-based authentication. For any other type of authentication, Nucleus Connect can be offered with the third-party authentication solutions. Basically, this slide, the screen captures just to show that Nucleus Connect solution can be offered with a third-party authentication solution. It could be like for the hospitality customer, where the authentication is done based on the room number, last name, immediately after check-in. Then Nucleus Connect solution can be offered even for the Wi-Fi and monetization requirements. It could be like public hotspot, malls, event venues, wherein the customer wants to push the image or video-based advertise offers before providing the free internet access. This is some of the configuration management options available for the faster deployments. These are the options which are available for the stable Wi-Fi performance, because optimization features are very, very important, especially in the high density and high interference environments. So Nucleus Connect supports optimization features like airtime fairness, band steering, auto channel, auto power, okay, and also bandwidth optimization based on access point, SSID, client, and based on the RF. So this is basically the dashboard-based monitoring, wherein multiple sites, campuses, network, online or offline AP, switches, clients, and usage pattern can be monitored. So then these are the other monitoring and reporting features like connected clients, an AP and switch inventory details, switch panel, okay, based the port status. Then it also supports the reporting such as hourly, weekly, peak activity report of last 7 days of both access point as well as the client, okay, which is the most active AP in that particular floor, okay. And for switch, it supports top activity, traffic utilization, POE utilization. So all these reports can be downloaded as a PDF for the analysis or for the optimization or the auditing purposes. So that was about the Nucleus Connect on-premise or a private cloud management solution. Let's discuss about the Nucleus Cloud solution, which is a 100% cloud managed solution. So when we say 100% cloud managed solution, it means provisioning, configuration, monitoring, troubleshooting, reporting can be done from the cloud. Nucleus Cloud solution is actually designed for any organization, can be of any size. Though it is actually ideal for the multi-site deployments, organization having multiple branch offices, chain of shops, hotels, retail outlets. However, this can be offered even for the single campuses, wireless requirements also, where customers are looking for cloud-only solutions. We have both the multi-site as well as the single campus installations in India on Nucleus Cloud. And it supports zero-touch provisioning. That means access point supports plug-and-play installation. There is no configuration required at the site or the branch offices where the access point is going to be deployed. Access point can be dispatched to the remote location without even unboxing, and all the provisioning configuration can be made from the central cloud, from the central location via cloud. So Nucleus Cloud is basically a pay-as-you-grow subscription-based service model. Unlike the traditional wireless solution, there is no capex investment is required here for the hardware controllers. Here, Nucleus Cloud itself acts as a controller, and customer need to buy only the access points and the cloud subscription, and only for those access points. Cloud subscription is required only for those access points, and it supports virtually unlimited scalability. Customers can scale up or scale down the number of sites, number of access points as per his requirements. Customer can instantly add 100 to thousands of devices without even bothering the backend infrastructure or the management capability. All customer need to do is just buy the access point and the cloud subscription as and when required. It simplifies the Nucleus Cloud simplifies the network management. The complete network management can be done using a browser or the tablet app using a basic internet connection, and it supports multiple wireless client authentication options for the different scenarios. It supports a dashboard-based monitoring, then embedded Google Map-based monitoring, then the reporting. The best part is our development team at the back end will be continuously working on the improvement of dashboard reporting, adding new features. The best part of the cloud is customer doesn't have to do anything to get those features. Most of the updates are automatically applied to all the customers. It supports 99.9% uptime because the Nucleus Cloud solution is built on a tried and trusted cloud platform. And as far as the security is concerned, a complete cloud-based management, device communications, all are encrypted. And here also, similar to the Nucleus Connect, here also user data doesn't come to the Nucleus Cloud. It's only the device management data or some logs that comes to the Nucleus Cloud. The Nucleus Cloud is actually Trust E certified for the data privacy compliance. And we here at D-Link, we do a quarterly security audit by the third-party security company, which is a TrustArc, who has actually more than 20+ years experience in security auditing for the data privacy compliance. So this is a Nucleus Cloud portfolio. Nucleus Cloud solution offers a DBA series access points, then DBA series switches and DBG gateway, and it requires a cloud subscription to manage all those devices. The controller part is moved to the cloud. Here the Nucleus Cloud acts as a controller which can be accessed using a browser or the tablet. Similar to Nucleus Connect, Nucleus Cloud also offers two Wi-Fi 6 access point model, DBA-X 1230p, which is a 2x2 model, which offers aggregated throughput of 1.8 Gbps, DBA-X 2830p, which is a 4x4 model, which supports aggregated throughput of 3.6 Gbps. Again, it supports Wi-Fi 6 on both 2.4 GHz as well as the 5 GHz. So DBA-X 1230p can be suggested for a low to medium density requirements, and DBA-X 2830p can be suggested for the high density requirements. Then similar to Nucleus Connect Wi-Fi 6 APs, even these cloud access points, which is both DBA-X 1230p and DBA-X 2830p models, are officially Wi-Fi 6 certified. Basically, Nucleus Cloud offers it's a subscription-based service model. So here, every device requires a cloud subscription. Currently, we offer 1 year complimentary cloud subscription, which is default bundled with every device. Additionally, Nucleus Cloud offers two types of licensing options. One is the first option is the individual per device license, and the second option is the co-term license. Under per device licensing option, we have like additional 1 to 5 years cloud subscription options for access point, switch, and the gateway. If customer wants to go with 5 years subscription on day one, we can suggest 1 year complimentary and additional 4 years subscription. The only concern is with the per device license is, let's say customer buys access point in phases and activate the cloud subscription on a different dates. In that case, access point will have a different expiry dates. So customer has to basically keep the track and renew the subscription as and when it the expiry date approaches. But however, the customer can buy and map the renewal license in advance, but still it will have a different expiry dates. The second option is the co-term license. Unlike per device license, co-term is applicable for the entire organization, and here it uses a single expiry date for all the devices. The new expiry date is basically automatically calculated by the cloud as and when your customer adds a new access point or the license. So by default, Nucleus Cloud supports per device license, and anytime customer can switch to co-term license. But once the customer switches to co-term, then it cannot be reversed. So when we offer a cloud solution to our customers, customers usually tend to compare cloud solution costing, which is a subscription-based model, with a traditional on-premise solution, which is a one-time buying and owning the device. In some cases, a cloud solution costing may be a little higher compared to the traditional solution. In such solution, we can discuss and try to educate the customer about the total cost of ownership. The total cost of ownership cost benefit actually works differently in a different scenarios. It works differently for the single campus, and it works differently for the multi-site deployments. If you compare a single campus solution, in case of traditional on-premise solution, customer requires what the single or the dual controller for the high availability. Then he requires a AP license, he requires an access point. Let's say if customer wants to deploy 100 access points on day one, okay, and he wants an additional scalability of 100 APs in future. In that case, the day one only customer has to buy a hardware which is scalable to support 200 APs, which is additional capex. In case of cloud, it is only the AP and the subscription cost. Okay, now if you compare the total cost of ownership in the multi-site solution, in case of traditional solution, either customer has to deploy the high-end controller in the data center and connect all the branch offices through the lease line or the VPN, or deploy a small controller in every branch offices. Here, customer need to consider the controller, AP license cost, AP cost, WAN connectivity, then the travel expenses, engineer visit, stay, and support cost. That is actually the support cost. In case of cloud, again, it is only the AP and the subscription cost, and it supports zero-touch provisioning. Because there's no configuration is required on the AP side, the person who is doing the cabling, he himself can install the access point. Apart from this, in case of on-premise, the traditional, the customer also need to consider the other factors, like there could be unplanned capex. There's a physical space required, power, backup, cooling is required. Then there is security required. Then there's a downtime cost is also involved. So just to summarize on this total cost of ownership, the Nucleus Cloud solution basically reduces the upfront investment, that is the capex, and it also reduces the overall OPEX as well as the total cost of ownership. So we discussed about the Nucleus Cloud solution overview. So let's quickly discuss what type of deployment architecture it supports and how it ensures the data and wireless network security and some configuration management and monitoring the reporting related features. So D-Link Nucleus Cloud basically simplifies the network architecture and simplifies the deployment. This is a single campus deployment architecture with a cloud-based management. So scenario can be again similar to the Nucleus Connect. It can be a single building, a single floor, or with multiple floors, or multiple building with the multiple floors in a single campus. So here we can offer end-to-end cloud managed networking solution, or we can offer even only the Nucleus Cloud access points. The Nucleus Cloud Managed Access Point can work even with the existing switching infrastructure, existing PoE switches, it can be a hybrid solution. Switches can be managed locally and access point can be managed from the cloud. Anyway, the frequent configuration changes may not be required on the switch side. It is mostly required on the access point side. So in order to manage the Nucleus device, every Nucleus device should have a valid cloud subscription and the basic internet access at site for the management via cloud. Nucleus Cloud uses the out-of-band management. It means that again the management traffic only comes to Nucleus Cloud. The user data doesn't come to the Nucleus Cloud. And as far as the management is concerned, a cloud dashboard can be accessed via a simple browser or the tablet app. The entire network infrastructure, wireless infrastructure can be managed from a central location or from any remote location. So this single campus cloud-based management solution can be offered for SMB, SME, enterprise customers, education, healthcare, or the hospitality customers who are looking for a cloud-based management solution. So this is a multi-site architecture. The architecture remains same whether it's a single campus or it's a multi-site. Only the number of access point and the model may vary from site to site. Customer can manage hundreds to thousands of sites, virtually unlimited number of access points from a single account, single dashboard from a central or a remote location. So this solution is ideal for multi-site deployment. It can be offered to any customer segment or any organization who is looking for a multi-site deployment with a centralized management. So as far as the access point deployment and configuration is concerned, Nucleus Cloud Access Point supports zero-touch provisioning. Every device actually comes with a unique ID, that is a UID, which is printed on the box or the device. So customer can individually add or bulk upload the device's details to his account without even opening the box. He can dispatch the access point to the remote location. All customer need to do is just power on the device and connect to the internet. The device will automatically get registered under customer account, download the configuration, it will come online. So no router, firewall or AP configuration is required on the site. So Nucleus Cloud offers end-to-end security. It supports the device level security, device management security, then it supports data privacy, then management user login security. Then last we have this wireless client authentications. So as far as the device level security is concerned, the Nucleus Cloud agent, which is actually built into the firmware, so that the access point can connect only to the Nucleus Cloud, or the Nucleus Cloud access point can be accessed only from the Nucleus Cloud. So as far as the device management security is concerned, Nucleus Cloud supports a device adapter. So it generates a certificate for the device and it provides basically the access token to the users. Whenever user tries to access the device, that's the access point, it checks and it verifies both certificate as well as the user access token. If it is valid, then only it will provide access to the users. Okay, that too over the secured SSL. Then Nucleus accounts can be for the management purpose. It can be accessed only via HTTPS and OAuth, that is the 40-character access token, to ensure, which basically ensures all the communication between the administrator and the Nucleus Cloud server is encrypted. Now coming to the data privacy part, again, the user data comes to the Nucleus Cloud, okay, and the data stays locally. It goes to the respective destination. And we do security auditing by third-party company called as a TrustArc to basically to ensure and provide the confidence to our customer that their data privacy is protected. So our Nucleus Cloud is Trust E certified, which is a global standard for the data privacy. So we discussed about the device level security, device management security, and the data privacy. Now coming to the management user login security. So Nucleus Cloud offers two-factor authentication for cloud management users. For two-factor authentication, they can use either email-based or a Google authenticator-based two-factor authentication. Then Nucleus Cloud supports all the standard user authentication wireless security options, all the standard WPA2, WPA3, personal, enterprise, radius-based authentication. Nucleus Cloud supports, there are some features which are built in, some authentication features which are built into the Nucleus Cloud, like captive portal, there's SMS OTP, MAC and IP ACL, and there's a social media login, Radius, LDAP, and the Active Directory. It can also be offered with a third-party authentication solution for different use cases similar to the Nucleus Connect. This is basically the snapshot of configuration menus which are available on the Nucleus Cloud. Okay. It shows that basically all the feature, functionality, configuration, optimization, everything can be done from the cloud, whether it's the switch or the access point. And as far as the monitoring is concerned, Nucleus Cloud supports dashboard-based monitoring. On a single dashboard, we can see the number of devices online, offline, connected clients, and top-end details, top-end devices, CPU, port, okay, utilization, clients. And it supports the embedded Google Map-based monitoring of the device status. Okay. In case and it also supports the floor map-based monitoring. In case if the device goes down, the device color turns to red on the map, which helps to immediately identify and zero down on the location for troubleshooting and further resolve the issues. And it supports inventory management, firmware management, license management, different types of logs for troubleshooting and auditing purposes. So that concludes the Nucleus Connect and Nucleus Cloud solution part. Let's quickly discuss what are the advantage for our partners in promoting D-Link Nucleus solution, and how does D-Link support our partners in terms of solution and their tech support. So as far as the product is concerned, D-Link offers one is the officially Wi-Fi 6 certified models with the latest WPA3 security. So one is it's a peace of mind for our partners as well as the customers. There won't be any concerns related to the interoperability, performance, or the security. The Nucleus solution is a field-proven solution. We have many customer references in all the segment. It could be a single campus, multi-site installation, successfully working for last 3-4 years. Then for our partners, they can register on D-Link Partner Portal. After registering, partner can have access to our Wi-Fi Planner tool to basically generate the heat map and arrive at the BOQs, which has the partner Wi-Fi Planner Pro tool has a built-in advisor. Okay, so we can use that built-in advisor function, or you can also manually generate the heat map and generate the reports. So as far as the technical support is concerned, we have direct presence and local sales offices in almost 20+ cities. You can also take help of our regional pre-sales team in designing the solution. Then we know in D-Link offers basically switching as well as the structured cabling solution in addition to wireless. So our team can help to design the end-to-end solution based on the field-proven architecture, based on the D-Link validated designs. And our team can also extend support in demos, POCs in the significant projects. Then we have a technical support center which is based out of Goa, who can help remotely in basic setup and the configuration. Then we have RMA offices in 11 major cities, which are directly owned by D-Link for any hardware-related services. So this is the Wi-Fi Planner Pro tool which I was mentioning. So once you register in D-Link Partner Portal, you can have access to the same. You can generate the heat map and the reports. And all D-Link access points so far we discussed models are available here for the solution design. So D-Link offers the comprehensive, in addition to the wireless, D-Link also offers the comprehensive switching portfolio. For Wi-Fi deployments in campuses, we offer both gigabit as well as the multi-gigabit access switches and 10G to 100 gig backbone solution for small, medium, and large campuses. And for unified management of wireless and switching, we offer a DV8 network management software which supports like this unified dashboard-based monitoring, topology-based monitoring, virtual racks, inventory management, event notification. And as far as the cabling is concerned, we offer a complete Cat6 and Cat6a portfolio for wireless backhaul connectivity and a single mode, multi-mode fiber optic cabling solution for the backbone connectivity, along with the network rack, server rack, as well as the wall mount enclosures. So if you need any sales or like pre-sale support or have any technical related queries, you can get in touch with our regional team or send an email to the ID which is shared here. our team will get in touch with you, and you can also make a note of D-Link India website URL for product details and technical support number. Do we have any queries, Shrikant? Just going to the chat box. Mr. Yeah, I think most of the queries are addressed by Shrikant. There's one query, Ratika Bharadwaj. Wi-Fi 6 is better than Wi-Fi 5. Then Wi-Fi 5, why it is not used widely since it is adopted in 2019. There could be many reasons. One is the cost factor. Other one is the we have to educate the customers. Okay. Then maybe there's a low density requirement. The number of users are maybe less than maybe 10, or if it's a simple browsing, simple internet, basic internet and the browsing requirement, customer might still consider the Wi-Fi 5 solution. In D-Link, we offer both the Wi-Fi 5 as well as the Wi-Fi 6 access points. We offer even Wi-Fi 4 also. This is for a very low density, only few users, normal basic browsing requirement. We do still offer those models. I think that's it, right? There's no other. Okay, I mean, if you have any further queries or any requirement, you can get in touch with our regional team, or you can send us an email to this ID shared here, the sales@d-link.com. Okay. That's it from my side, and thank you once again for joining, and see you in next session. Thanks.